right now we're at the beginning of where the rezoning is going to start taking place. So we're at the corner of 165th Street, and the rezoning now has extended from 73 blocks up Jerome Avenue to include now 92 blocks. It is quite a large, substantial rezoning. So we're moving north, and as you can follow the L all the way up, it will lead you all the way up to Jerome. And the L is telling because that will be Jerome, and that's the rezoning area. Moving further up by 167th Street, you start to see a lot of parking lots, automobile shops, audio shops, and it's basically an area that was and is earmarked for industrial manufacturing. And what the rezoning is proposing to do with changing the use of land is to make it residential. Because where else are they going to be moving in 12,000 people that they project moving into the Southwest Bronx? The reason I brought you to this building is that recently a number of community residents have brought to my attention that there was a vacant apartment in this building, and that they were concerned because they had seen it vacant for a number of months. And when several of them went to inquire about the apartment, they basically learned that the apartment was a three-bedroom apartment, but that the rent was $3,200. They were flabbergasted, since this is a rent-stabilized apartment building. $3,200 is way beyond the means of many of the local community residents. 45% of the residents in CB4 and 5 make under $20,000. 78% make under $50,000. So you can do the math by yourself whether someone in that range can afford this. So the rezoning, when you change the use of land, you also change the cost and the value of land, and it goes up. And landlords are aware of what's going on. They see an opportunity that why should they keep a tenant like myself, or many tenants like myself? You know, people say, well, Carmen, are you completely against the rezoning? And I think I just want to clarify. I'm not against the rezoning when it's about making the change for the local residents. And that's not what's happening with this plan. The city plan is not about rezoning for the local residents, the local need, and there is a dire need. I'm opposed to the rezoning that the city is proposing because it's a city plan. They're going to do away with all these small shops. They're going to do away with the auto workers. I want to be able to go get my meat cut across the street. I don't want to go to any more box stores. The rezoning that's being proposed is the same rezonings that they did in Harlem, that's happening in the Lower East Side, that's happening in Washington Heights, in Williamsburg, Bushwick, East New York. And when you go to those communities, you don't see the community that you used to know. You start to see these huge differences of box stores. There's no sense of character. There isn't a sense of community. You don't get to see your neighbors. As I'm walking along today, I'm seeing people that know me or that I know them that you can greet. You start working in isolation. So I'm not for the city's rezoning that's coming into Jerome Avenue. I'm completely opposing it. So many of my neighbors and friends, former colleagues and alike, continue to ask me what am I going to do and where am I going to retire? Am I going to leave the Bronx and move to Florida and Arizona? And I laugh and I go, no, I'm not going there. I'm going to stay right here. If he wants my help,